everybody. We're at Humphrey Farm Reserve in Morris, Connecticut, and this is permanently preserved. What's really cool about this is this just opened today. We're going to be one of the very first people to check it out. We were here earlier and some guy was excited, asked us about it. We didn't have time to stay, so now we're going to go in there. And not only that, we are definitely the first to squatch this place. So let's get in there. I already love it. Well marked. That's the one thing the gentleman asked me. Did they mark the trail? And yes, they did. And of course, then I proceeded to tell them what we were doing with CISA, check out the video. And I don't know what happened, camera person. He just sort of, he got this weird look and then he backed out. You know, what? I should have asked him for a squatching license. That's what I should have done. That's what I'm gonna start doing from now on. If you're gonna go in here, do you have your squatching? Is it up to date? I have friends at the DMV. Don't start. There's, you know, don't know, I better not. Okay, that's not why we're here. Don't share your hiking spots with the DMV when they ask you how you got there, okay? Don't say stupid things like I came along the Metabasset Trail. So today we're gonna just get in here. We usually stop and do a lot of talking, but we're gonna get in here. You know what? If you message us, I'll tell you, you know, the whole story. And you've seen our DMV clips, right? We love the DMV. It's one of the squatchiest places in Connecticut, in the world. All right, so you mushroom foragers, remember, nobody's been back in here. I've already seen a couple weird looking mushrooms. This would be one of the prime locations because nobody's been here ahead of you. I don't do that. I have friends that do, but I don't do that. If you're not sure, don't mess with it. Place is cool. The spongiest, nicest trail I think I've ever walked on. You gotta keep in mind now, the birds and the animals, they're not really used to a lot of humans back here. Ferns remind me of Nancy Danaher in Torrington. Wow, ferns just go crazy through here. This is really cool. Look at that. That's a game trail. See that? It's a pretty big one. Let's see if we can get. would cross here something. And it would. I don't know. Maybe it stayed on this trail. Whoa, look at this guy. That's the way to build them, with the gas tank right underneath the front seat. Man, look at this thing. So that would be the coils for the seat. And look at that glass. You could probably sell that to a car collector. That's unbroken glass. That's crazy. So it would have been a split panel. I'm not going to touch it. I've learned my lesson. How the hell did this thing get back here? Well, that bumper's bent right into that freaking tire. So I'm guessing that would be the problem when you were out here back in the 30s, maybe? 30s, between the 30s and 50s. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I want to hear from my mechanic friends. What do you think? What happened here? If you want for a very small, you have this glass for free for a very small, large contribution to CCIS. I'll take you here and you can get it. I'll give you a map. It's crazy. My impression is, other than you can hear the road, it's very peaceful here. Cool, very calm. Very open. And not like White Memorial where they kind of manicure it. This is just cool. There's some kind of clearing ahead here. You see that? That usually means water. You like bugs? This is top notch. This is a 5 on the CCIS bugometer. It's beautiful. Oh, sorry, he won't go far. Beautiful moth. You can see him right there. Beautiful moth. You can tell a moth from a butterfly because the moths have to lay their wings flat. Butterflies, they go upright. I'm gonna forgive the state for not putting in a map or a kiosk. I get it, it's new. But it's not town funded, it's state funded, so let's get with it. We're doing your job again, thank you. You know, I mean, you're welcome. And yeah, Department of Tourism, again. What are you looking at, camera person? I tell you, so mountain laurel, I say it a lot, is the Connecticut state flower, but it also makes these tunnels. And they're just so cool. And you know, these are mountain laurels. And they grow underneath, you know, they can take they can have trees grow and their foliage over them. So they have shade tolerant. But they're just cool the way that they will open like this. And we have the best mountain laurel in America. And we have the best pizza. Sorry, New York. Sorry. Want some camera person? So you remember we broke the news about Connecticut being the pizza capital of America. I was gonna say some more stuff, and camera persons, no, don't. There's New York and New Jersey are still mad. Give them a little while, and then we'll talk. You know. I got a whole bunch of jokes though already, but we won't. We'll pick on Chicago instead, right? No, California. I don't know what the hell you guys are thinking, but your squatching license is revoked, California, just because you call that stuff pizza, and that's messed up because you guys are pretty squatchy out there, but you got to get better pizza going. I'm gonna help you out, okay? It's just simple. I know California. See, the birds are with me. We're gonna help you out here from the pizza capital of America. It's real. To wrap your mind around this, it's a flat dough with some good sauce, kind of thick, maybe leaning, you know, good ladle of sauce, and then you spiral it. And here's the crazy part. Then you put mozzarella on top of it. I know, and you bake it. Right. So we'll talk later, I know. Just don't be putting no smoked gorgonzola. Because Connecticut and New York are coming down to talk to you. We might even bring Chicago with us, okay? So there you go. Let's go. I've made enough enemies across the country now. That's why we're strictly in Connecticut. Hey, we're getting a clearing over here. What's that? Is that it? We have reached the end. That was a long drive for us. Of course, we passed it and spent maybe 20 minutes driving that we didn't have to when we came here the first time. Now, I'm gonna guess this yellow tag. I'm gonna guess that this yellow tag means that they're gonna continue this path. So I'm gonna look in there and see if they've been poking around. They have. Man, I'll tell you what. So it might not have been the longest trail. Now we gotta find somewhere else. Well, you know what we have to do, right? So there's wetlands. I'm not gonna even call that a pond. But there's native cattails in there. And you can see that the invasive Phragmites are already trying to invade this. Well, I was wondering about blueberries if they're ready, and they're not. Probably around 4th of July. Here's mountain laurels in bloom. But you know we gotta do it. That's why we came here. Never get tired of doing that. In case you're wondering, it's very therapeutic. And this is after the flowers fall off. I'm guessing these are seed pods of some type. There's some big bullfrogs down there. I'll do one more howl. Checking for ticks. Someone coming? No, I'm just kidding. No one comes here yet. They will now. Yeah, I'm gonna start asking people, what do you? We're squatching. Do you have his license up to date? And I'll get that serious look. Like, you make them wonder, like, is he for real? I'm like, no, are you for real? I know I'm full of it. You don't know that. Woo! We're conducting a field survey. This, Giganto canadensis. We just made that one up. Had some reports. Some guy got pretty beat up in here. I think it's Richard Sears. I'm still in the hospital. He ain't right. He ain't been right since then. I shut the frogs up. Not the birds. The birds, I don't know. They don't seem to care. Well, yesterday we were at a preserve and the owls, and oof, that was fun. Well, that's it. I mean, we have come to the end of the line here. It's a very short hike, but it's also very cool, and it looks like a work in progress. If I had to guess, I'm gonna loop around this wetlands. Maybe do an entire loop, put in a bridge or two, and finish it up that way. So we'll see you in the next adventure. When you come in here, because it's all, it's all newly made, there's all kinds of things to trip over here. So really, just be aware of that, where they cut these guys too. You can't get lost unless you go off trail, and that stuff, you can get lost in that. You can get messed up, this stuff crawling through here. Look at these guys. They'll mess you up good. Gnarly. Like bugs and mosquitoes, we got you. This really makes me feel good to find a brand new preserve. And, don't just pass by. Come in here and see what it's all about. Look at this. This is awesome. A lot of the comments, the camera person made me aware of this, are like, where's that? That's in Connecticut? And our answer is like, yeah, that's where we are. That's who we are. That's where we are. If we go out of state, we'll be very specific. But yeah, when you check these places out, don't just go in and, oh, you got a little mosquito on you. Well, you're never going to see these things that we see. And that's what it's all about, getting out there. So there's a game trail. This place is gnarly. There's a game trail through there, and then it bends around, and I don't know, we talk about this. How do we find our structures and stuff? You just get a gut feeling, but game trails are a great way to go. But they're usually pretty gnarly because they're where you don't go. Which is why we're going. Oh, look at this bee. It's gone. I never saw a bee like it. We were up on Mohawk Mountain when we met that bee guy, student, and he was the one that telling us there are 350 species of bees in Connecticut. We told you, mushroom mycologists, about mushrooms. Now I don't know what this is. I'm not sure. And that's why you don't eat them when you're not sure, right? If you're not sure and you eat it, you are for sure putting your life in jeopardy. Okay, that's for sure. That's a 100% given. But here you go. Shout out to Rana. You got to get here and check these guys out. They're sitting here right off of this game trail across from that truck right there. Can't miss it. I put that there for you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Rana. Just found a Nike golf ball. Somebody's got one hell of a game. That's going in our collection. That's a number 2 Nike. That's up. You can have this for free if you make a very small, large donation to CCIS. Okay, 30,000 or something. Yeah, don't try to underbid me. I know what I got here. I got a Nike golf ball number 2. Not only that, it was found by CCIS on a game trail in the middle of the freaking woods, baby. How do you explain that? See, this is the kind of weird stuff. Look around. The nearest golf course is in Litchfield. Camera person found that. And those tree mushrooms. Got a car tap response. Get the distinct. Ow. Are you filming that? If you're wondering, yeah, it hurt a little bit. Ouch. See what we do for you? Be careful of these rocks because they're like condensation and they're slippery. So when you're out here, especially off trail, it's a good thing I got a camera person to laugh at me over there. If you're wondering, did that hurt? Yeah, that got me right on my bone there, you know. That looks like schist with granite inclusion, in case you're wondering what kind of rock that was. And it seems to be part of an old foundation of some sort. Still got my Gatorade though. Woo! Why are you still laughing? We're gonna cut that out, right? That's not going in the video. No, no, no. Somebody could have got hurt here. the making of this video could have been me. I could have got my own $5 reward for that. We don't suggest you get off trail. Obviously, we know what we're doing because I just fell on my butt. So, leave this to the experts. We're telling you not to do. Ouch. This concludes our investigation for today. I'm determined to get hurt out here. That's what's going on. Took a while. I should have saved the other squatches. Why are you still filming? Why are you laughing so much? What if I had fallen on that thing? Would it be funny then if I fell on that? Ow! Watch that. It's a good way to twist your ankle. It's a good thing I brought my hiking boots and left them in the car. All right, you know the way out of here? Which direction, camera person? Not bad, I mean, technically there, not there, but could matter. If I got hurt, you know, everybody's laughing, ha ha ha. It's not funny. Let me find a tick and I'll put it on you. Hold on. Let me look. Look at these cool guys. Not funny. It's not. There's nothing humorous about that. I'm gonna scat there for you scat people. Not a huge scat person myself, but we have to, I mean, if it was gigantic, of course, I'd pay attention. A little bit noisy because they haven't finished it. You can't get far enough in, but you know, other than that, it's pretty cool. No, other than that, it's extremely cool. What am I saying? But that's your marker when you get off trail. I'm gonna find those mushrooms, go in and bear right. You know, by the tree. You take a right by the tree. You can't miss it. It looks just like this one. Camera person's still talking about me falling on my butt. Wasn't funny. Imagine if I fell in the water. Oh, that would be good, right? Yeah. A lot of birds. So if you're into something of an ornithological nature, let me know, because I wasn't aware that you didn't know. Because, I mean, I thought it was common knowledge. I thought everybody knew. I thought everybody had heard. I'm not going to do it. I know you want me to go bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird, but no. I put that in your head, people, now. You're welcome. Bird is the word. Bird is the bird. Have you heard about the bird? Everybody's heard about the bird. Have you heard? Let us know. I was not like this until I fell, so there might have been some kind of neurological butt damage. Who the hell knows? I'm gonna put that. I was fine. Not really, but yeah, after that. It's good to get a good swift kick in the butt every once in a while. Anyway, I just thought you had heard. I'm disappointed if you haven't.